Hi. I thought it might be interesting to talk about avocados tonight because they are so delicious and they're something I've grown up with all my life. I was originally from San Diego, and San Diego grows 80% of all the avocados that are grown in California, and California grows approximately 90% of all the avocados grown in the entire United States. So there are a lot of avocados in San Diego. When I was about 15, I lived for one school semester with my sister in Connecticut, in not Groton, but in Norwich, Connecticut. The summer before, I visited her in Groton, Connecticut, not too far away. But I did go to the Norwich Free Academy for one school semester. It was a long time ago, but it was absolutely the most wonderful experience of my teenage years. I had never seen snow before, and I was, as I said, I think I was 14 or 15 years old. First time I'd ever seen snow. I was used to everything being done the way it was done in San Diego, and in San Diego, kids would make fun of you if you went to school wearing socks with your shoes. Don't ask me why. So the custom there was to be bare-legged in junior high school. And also you had to carry a purse, and I had a very fancy purse in those days, which was metal, a woven metal purse with a plastic lucite top. I had saved all of my money from babysitting and from a little job that I had, and bought that for myself, and I was so proud of it. Well, I went to school the first day in Connecticut to the Norwich Free Academy, and it was snowing, and I was there without any socks on. I mean, it's just stupid. I can't even believe I did that. Carrying this fancy purse, which no one would have been caught dead with there. They all just carried wallets, you know. In those days, who knows what kids do nowadays. Anyway, I got clued in pretty fast, and I loved it there. To me, it was the most beautiful dreamland in the world. I'd never seen snow, and I loved the snow, and everything about it was great. Well, one day I was walking down to the grocery store not far from where we lived, and in those days they still had the small little mom and pop stores. So this is a small grocery store. I walked in, and I saw a sign. I looked at it, and I'd never heard of this before. It said alligator pears. No, was that what they were? Yeah, alligator pears. And you know, I looked around, and all I saw were avocados. And then I made the connection, and it just tickled me so much, I started LOLing. So I was laughing out loud, and the grocer came over to me, and he said, you know, what is it? What do you see there? What's funny? And I said, oh, I've never heard these called alligator pears, and it's so funny because they do look like pears with alligator skin. And he said, well, what do you call them? And I said, avocado. Avocado, he said. And he wanted me to spell it for him. He'd never heard that name. And he said when he bought them, they were called alligator pears, so that was the sign he had up. And he hadn't been able to sell any, and he was afraid to eat them. He asked me, well, how do you eat it, and what part do you eat? And so here I was, just a kid, and I was the big authority I was the authority in Norwich, Connecticut on alligator pears. So that was a funny thing. They were really expensive too. I mean, even in that day, I hesitate to say how much it was, but it was, for the day, it was a lot. It was like 10 times more than it would have been in San Diego. Oh, that's it. I just love avocados. I just love them. And we're so fortunate to live in Southern California where they're plentiful. And we even have a street here called Avocado Street, and it's lined with avocado trees. And we go there and we just pick them up off the ground because they fall off. Nobody really harvests them. And you can just pick up avocados, and it's wonderful. The land of plenty. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye.